The Lord is risen.
He is risen indeed.
Okay, we'll try that once again. For all of you who are not familiar with the Protestant and Presbyterian tradition, we say the Lord is risen, and you say he is risen indeed. Now let's try it again with more enthusiasm. The Lord is risen.
He is risen indeed.
Yeah, there you go. Wonderful. So most of you who are here, and many people out there in the world, know the resurrection story of Jesus, right? Most of them know it. But there are many who don't believe it, and there are many who don't really care about it. So why should we care about it? What's the relevance of this to our lives? Why should we care? And it's unfortunate that as I teach people who are younger, that I find out, unfortunately, that many don't celebrate Christmas and Easter at all. Not at all. And to them, it's just another Sunday national holiday, and they do nothing to commemorate it. It is not the celebration of the holy day that is the pinnacle of our Christian faith. And it's nothing that they believe they should get excited about. And I have traveled to countries around the world where Christianity is oppressed and silenced. For example, in some countries, they are thinking about making it illegal to recite scriptures in public. And they are our national neighbors. And other countries further away have made it illegal to evangelize and profess the faith. In socialist and communist countries, they have outlawed it. And if you are caught spreading the good news, you could go to prison. So that reminds me of a story that I heard when I was traveling abroad. Once upon a time, there was a communist leader who took part in the revolution to take over his country. Later, he took part in a religious conference on the subject of atheism. He attacked Christianity with vicious venom. He slandered and mocked Christ like the Roman soldiers did while he hung on the cross. He finished his hateful diatribe and arrogantly boasted, "Any of you have anything to say or retort?" No one said a word. You could have heard a pin drop. Until one man humbly walked to the front of the stage. He took a deep breath, looked around the room, looked at all the spectators, and suddenly he boldly proclaimed, "Christ is risen." And then the entire audience stood up and shouted as one voice, "He is risen indeed." I believe that's an amazing story, that even when people try to suppress those who have faith, that even in the face of death, they continue to profess their belief in Jesus Christ. Because we know that Jesus dying on the cross and being raised from the dead was the most climactic event in human history. And the risen Lord is still alive as the living God with plans for me, for you, for all of us. That's why we should care, because God cares about us. God is living and active. And he has a plan for us to participate in his ongoing ministry, especially at times when there's all these adversaries, those who want to silence us. It just always seems to be the case, that struggle. And for years we got used to our freedom, and now at times it's being challenged. And the triune God wants to give us the spiritual power to participate in the ongoing breakthroughs of creating heaven on earth. That is still happening. Jesus declared it when he started his ministry. He said, "Change your heart and mind and believe and help to create heaven on earth." So it is important for us to know our Christian history, number one, so that number two, we may know more about our Christian present, and that number three, we can know our Christian future.